What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you ain't been following the hip hop news for the last 3 years, you know today was the day. January 9th, 2026. This day has been circled on the calendar for months. Boosie Badazz federal court case in San Diego, the final sentence for the gun charge that has been hanging over his head like a dark cloud since 2023. Look, everybody's nervous about this one. Boosie has been super vocal about it. His team has been scrambling, and honestly, the feds were pushing hard. You know, they wanted him back inside. They were recommending 2 full years in federal prison. You know, well, the gavel just dropped a few hours ago, and I don't think anybody expected this outcome we just got. It's massive victory for Boosie. We're going to break down exactly what the judge ruled today. But to really understand how crazy this is, we had to recap the absolute roller coaster that got us here, because this case almost changed constitutional law. Okay. All right, let's not bury the lead. Here's what happened in the Judge Katie courtroom today in San Diego. Despite the federal prosecutor asking for 24 months behind bars, the judge decided no additional prison time. Boosie is walking free today. Now, he didn't get off scot-free. Here are the terms of the sentence that we just handed down. Number 1, time served. He get credit for the brief time he was originally in custody when it started. Number 2, supervised release. He is on federal supervised for the next 3 years. That means he walks a very straight line, no drugs, no guns, checking in with the PO. Boosie is usually pretty good about this, but 3 years is a long time to have in the feds breathing down on your neck. Number 3, community service. He has to complete 300 hours. And finally, a $50,000 fine, which, let's be honest, for Boosie, that's probably the easy part of the whole deal. But the headline is, he's not going back to the cell. The relief in the courtroom must have been insane.
I'm back. I give all praise to God, man. I mean, I knew it the whole time. I've been telling y'all, but anyway, Boosie back, man. The Boosie back tour. Get your date right now. You already know how I'm coming. Pop, 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 pop. Get your date right now. The Boosie back tour. You better get your date right now. The phone jumping. You know I'm selling.
Okay. Now, if you just tuning into the saga, you might be thinking, okay, a gun charge, he got probation. What's the big deal? The big deal is the absolute whiplash of the legal battle. This wasn't a normal case. Let's rewind to May 2023. Boosie in San Diego. He on Instagram Live, which, let's be real, gets a loss of rap in trouble. And San Diego police spot a handgun and his waistband on the video. They swoop in, they arrest him. At first, he facing state charges. Those got dropped. Boosie think he good. He literally walk out of jail, celebrating it. Boom. The feds are waiting at the door. They pick up the case, charge him with felony possession of a firearm. And because Boosie posts record, the feds do not play around with these charges. You know, but then in 2024, something incredible happened. This is where the legal nerds got really interested. Boosie's lawyer made brilliant arguments based on recent Supreme Court ruling about the Second Amendment. They basically argued that banning nonviolent felons from ever owning a gun again was unconstitutional. And guess what? A federal judge agreed. In 2024, the entire case was thrown out, dismissed. Boosie was celebrating. He was doing interviews, talking about how he beat the feds. But wait, there's more. The prosecutor appealed. It went to the higher court, the Ninth Circuit, and the bigger panel of a judge looked at it and said, no, we disagree. The law stands. They overturned the dismissal and reinstated the charge. Imagine thinking you beat a federal case, living your life for months, and then getting dragged right back into court. By August 2025, Boosie was done. He went on social media and basically said, I'm tired of fighting. He fired his lawyer, hired new ones, entered a guilty plea, throwing himself on the mercy of the court. He just wanted it over with so he could get back to his family and music. And they decided to stop fighting and just plead guilty. I'm talking about like directly today. It's interesting because Boosie is known for being a fighter. He's outspoken, sometimes controversial. And he never backs down. I'm talking about never. But even he get worn down by the federal system. It shows you the kind, I'm talking like all the pressure that Boosie, you got to think about it. He was on death row at one time for a long time. Then he had cases before then. So Boosie been having lots of pressure on him, especially when it come to legal battles. But here's the crazy part leading up to today. Just in the last few weeks, reports came out that Boosie's team was trying to Hair Mayor pass. They alleged hired lobbyists to try to secure a presidential pardon for Donald Trump. The argument was this case was a perfect example of government outreach, charging a man for having a gun for self-defense when he was actually committing a violent crime. What did the pardon attempt and impact on the judge today? Well, we never know how the judge aren't supposed to be influenced by that stuff, but it definitely added to the media circus around the sentencing. Ultimately, the judge seemed to look at the fact that Boosie had been relatively sold out here. He running business, he taking care of the kids, and yes, he talk a lot, but he ain't out here slide. She decided that sending a 43-year-old business back to federal prison for 2 years over this specific incident just wasn't the right move at all. So Boosie is free. He got 3 years of walking on eggshells. Ahead of him, the supervised release, but he's sleeping in his own bed tonight. I want to know what you guys think about the comment section below. We're going to let you hear what Boosie had to say.
The Boosie back tour, get your date right now. You already know how I'm coming. Bop, 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 bop. Get your date right now. The Boosie back tour. You better get your date right now. The phone jumping. You know I'm selling out, man. Come on.
Hey, I'm blessed to have my freedom on. It's time to turn up now. You know, couldn't do a lot of shit because of this situation that I was going through, but I got 3 movies ready. You know, I got probably 7 albums ready. And I'm finna push the gas, man. I can do shows again.
Is this justice? Do you think the judge made the right call by letting him off with probation and a fine? Or do you agree with the prosecutor who said that because of the history, he should have done those 2 years? And what do you think about that constitutional argument? Should nonviolent felons get their Second Amendment right back eventually? It's a massive debate. Drop your thoughts below. I'll read all comments on these legal breakdowns. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay on top of the wildest stories in hip hop and the justice system, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. It's been a long road for Boosie, but this chapter is finally closed. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.